What's up, squad? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So guys, before I get started on absolutely anything, I want to make a huge announcement. So for those of you that watch me religiously, I have been saying this for a while, but high vibrations Lissette Moronta will officially be just retired, guys, from doing personal readings. It's gotten to the point where I just can't handle it. It's just too big of a demand. I'm just one person, and at first it was good, it was manageable, but when I found myself being in places where, like, let's say I was heartbroken or I was going through something, when I needed that week to myself, I couldn't take that. So it's just really hard to do, spiritual work for so many people when you need time to yourself, and it's not a luxury to you. So at this point, guys, it was just a lot for me, and I don't want anyone ever being upset if I need time to just recharge. So guys, the readings will be up on my page, highvibrationswithliz.com. This is in the description below as well, but they will be available until August 25th or 26th. On one of those days I will take it down. So just a disclaimer, guys, a lot of people will be purchasing these readings because it's your last and final chance to ever get a reading from me. So if you do want one, go ahead, and if there's anything time sensitive, I definitely recommend to get a personal an emergency personal reading. But if it's just something that's general, whatever, just purchase the regular one, and then just be patient, guys, because I'm just getting through a lot of emails now. So I really just don't want to be rushed. So if you find yourself being a very anxious person, or you're going through something heavy and you're going to explode if you don't hear back from me within like a day or two, please go elsewhere, just because, again, the main reason I'm letting this go is because there's just a lot of heightened anxiety that was kind of around me in the past, I would say, month or so. I just had a lot I was going through, and a lot of people were just not understanding. So I just had a lot of threats coming in, and it's so unnecessary, and my gift is so sacred, and it's time for me to protect that. So guys, I've read for over 10,000 of you in the past 2 years, and it has been an incredible experience. I have met and connected with people all over the world, and I'm busy because I'm very confident in what I do, guys. So again, if you do decide to get a reading, just send it out into the atmosphere. I will get it to you, whenever I'm caught up, but I'm not going to, kill myself anymore, guys. I can't do the whole back to back to back thing anymore. My body, my spirit just won't allow it. So put it out into the atmosphere, be patient, and once you get a confirmation email, that is your confirmation that I got it. So so just sit back and relax, all right? So let's get into this, because now my mouth is not allowing me to talk anymore. But let's see what's going on, squad. But yeah, I'm excited. I promise you guys, the day that I'm done with the last personal reading, I will probably start crying. I don't know what it feels like to travel or to just chill without having some sort of guilt underneath it. So over the last 2 years, it's just taken a big toll, and it's at the point where my body's just telling me, Lissette, it's time to stop. So I will be putting much more content on YouTube, so always keep in mind, you can always find me here. And I will still have questions available, so I'll have question options, but not full readings anymore, okay, guys? All right, so what is going on for squad? Now, this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurus signs. Keep in mind, guys, I do post daily energies every day on Instagram, High Vibrations 44, if you want to check that out. All right, what card is this? The Ace of Wands in the reverse wants to pop out, so that's when there's something that we may be letting go of or just not going forward with. All right, guys, so we have past, present, and future. Okay, so the energy that we have here, guys, is the Strength card. Amazing energy to have. You're being strong, you're being resilient, you're putting a lot of drive into just yourself and life. Now, you have the Sun card and the Five of Cups in the reverse. There's some sort of blessing coming in, guys. Most likely it's because you protected yourself from something in the past, but there's blessings coming in. And if any of you were going through anything where you were feeling a loss, or you were feeling sadness, where you were feeling like a lack of something, that all subsides, that all goes away. So this is a very incredible feeling where a person is just, becoming empowered, or just being very empowered, okay? So let's start with the past, guys. Now, the first card that we have for the past is the King of Swords in the reverse. 99.7% of the time, this person is just a malicious asshole who is just very narcissistic. They're only worried about how things in life are going to benefit them. They don't care about, how their actions can affect other people. It's all about me, all right? But there are going to be other times where this is a person who has just been pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, just in a very tough spot, and then they finally get to that point where they're like, you know what, screw you, screw everybody else, I'm doing what's going to be good for me, and I don't give a fuck about anybody else anymore. All right, so let's see how Taurus plays into this King of Swords in the reverse energy. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. Okay, that says everything right there. Knight of Wands. So maybe this happened for some of you in regards to a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, whether they did this to you or you did this to them, or maybe you did this because you had something that you were very passionate about, that you wanted to follow, you know, a path that you wanted to go down. In this case, I don't see a malicious asshole. I see someone that they're like, look, I don't want problems. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to argue with you. So I'm cutting this out. I'm sorry. I recently had to do that myself because I'm the type of person, and I talk about this all the time, that with Tauruses, like, we can take so much. Like, even if there's a person that we don't want to talk to or anything like that, we might talk to them a little bit longer than what we would like, just to make sure they're good, make sure they're okay. But I've kind of just been on my, like, fuck everybody. I'm not giving nobody an explanation. I'm not answering my phone. I'm not answering my texts. So I've just I've been on my me shit lately. So maybe a lot of you are resonating with that. But there's just something here that your soul just doesn't want. And maybe it's something at this point that gets you angry, where you're just like, why the hell am I even dealing with this? But I just see somebody being very, just cutthroat and saying, you know what? I can't fake it anymore. I don't like you, and I don't want to pretend to like you. So let's keep it moving, all right? The next card, rather, that we have for the past is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So you're seeing clearly. You're taking your blindfold off. You're seeing things for what it is. You're moving forward in a way that's logical. Why is this Eight of Swords in the reverse here? We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Ace of Cups. So you're seeing things for what it is, and you're being very truthful. Now, there's something that where either somebody wasn't being honest, whether it was you not being honest to someone, or someone not being honest to you, or someone just not being honest within themselves. So wherever that inauthenticity is coming from, that's what's being dropped. That's what you're losing faith in. So whether it's you saying, look, I don't even know why I chill with this group of people, like, they're whack as fuck, they're not on my level anymore, just things like that, guys. I feel like someone is just walking more in their truth, and they're letting go of things that doesn't tap into what authentically makes them them. All right, so with you being very authentic about what it is, that's not going to work out, and just being authentic about the way you want to move forward in life, you start talking about what it is that you do want, and you come across this new beginning that's going to be very emotionally fulfilling. This could be love, this could be work, this could be new friendships coming in. Now, the last card that you guys have for the past is the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So this is when something from the past attempts to come back into our life, or maybe you guys attempted to go back towards something from your past. So let's see what this is about. Queen of Wands in the reverse, very interesting. And we have the King of Wands in the reverse. So something from the past is trying to come back in. And there's anger around the situation. Maybe, especially if this has to do with love, maybe there's someone from the past trying to come back in, but they're talking to someone, or maybe they're mad at you for talking to somebody else. But it's like something's trying to come in, but there's anger because there's foul play here. So I just don't feel like whatever was trying to come in is authentic. Your soul is uneasy with whatever this is. So yeah, an offer that's coming in, but your soul just doesn't want it, okay? Now, in the present moment, guys, the first card that we have here is the Four of Cups in the reverse. So an offer that is accepted, something that you choose to accept, or something that a person accepts from you. So why is this here? We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So it's like you're on a path where you're not sure what it is that you want to do. Maybe there's some sort of injustice here. Maybe there was something happening that wasn't fair. But you're choosing to accept the fact that you have to cut out whatever was derailing you in this case. The Ace of Swords is all about a new beginning that's going to come in, but specifically saying that there's something, that was bullshit in the past that you have to cut out. So you're walking away from the path that just had you derailed from what it is that you actually wanted in life. All right. And with the next card here, and this is the center of your reading, guys, you have to reject something. All right. For some people, with the Five of Pentacles, this could talk about lack. This could talk about loss. This could talk about like feeling rejected, feeling left out in the cold. So for some people, maybe this could be financial struggle, or it could just be, leaving something out in the cold and just not wanting to worry about it no more. But since this is the central card, this is what everything taps into. Something that needs to be rejected, or a loss that needs to happen. Okay. So what is this here? Why is this Five of Pentacles here? We have the Emperor in the reverse. Either someone's not being honest to another person or someone's just not being honest to themselves. So there's some sort of imbalance here. Whatever this imbalance is, it's being cut out. Taurus will not be dealing with this anymore. So the last card for your present moment is a Judgment card. All right. Now, when the Judgment card comes in, it's a very serious card. It's when you're at the end of a situation where it's just like, look, this is the moment where I have to truly make that decision. I have to truly decide. No more back and forth bullshit. Like, what is it going to be? Am I taking this direction or am I taking this direction? And then that's the direction that you take. So there's a decision being made, and it's like that ultimate decision. So it's not something to be taken lightly. You have the Hermit card in the reverse. And the Star card in the reverse, that there's something you got to let go and move and lose faith in. Maybe there was things about it that you didn't know, or maybe it's just time to get out of hermit mode, to get out of your shell and really just make things happen for yourself. But you're just losing faith in something that you no longer want to manifest. It's just reckless. Either there's manipulation here, or it's just something that, again, you just don't want to manifest anymore. But this is what brings you a lot of balance. You're going to want to take the path that there's no conflict. So, you know, if there's someone constantly whining or someone constantly calling your phone and just irking the hell out of you, it's not going to happen. And especially for cross watchers, guys, what I will say, just to protect yourselves, okay, whether you're on the short end of things or, you know, maybe you did something, regardless of how you got to this point with a Taurus. When a Taurus is done, a Taurus is done. So we're the most stubborn sign. It's usually because we exhaust every option. Okay, so that's why Taurus is, it's not that we're idiots or assholes that don't want to listen to other people's advice. It's like, no, I've done A through Z, so that's why I'm really starting on this. Like me, I'm not going to argue with the person unless I'm completely like read in on whatever it is they're arguing with me about. I don't like looking stupid. So it's just things like that. So just keep that in mind. The Taurus can't really be pushed when they're just, when they decide that they're done with something. All right, but moving forward into the future, Fool card in the reverse, you're realizing that, hey, if I go in this direction, I'm going to meet too many road bumps. It's not going to be a good idea. All right, this is a waste of time and effort. All right, I'm not happy here, so I'm not going to waste my time with what doesn't make me happy. I see a Taurus, or maybe the cross watcher, someone that is just very assertive and not going in a direction that doesn't make them happy anymore. Okay, sometimes we leave things in our lives because we're bored or because we just need a shoulder to cry on or someone to talk to. But I don't even see the Taurus wanting to entertain it at all, okay? There's a new beginning coming in. You have the Empress card as your next card for the future. So the Empress card talks about something new that's coming in, but something that you have to tend to. Sometimes it could be pregnancy as well. We have the Page of Swords, which is my favorite communicator because it's the person who's the most honest and they tell you what it is. They don't sugarcoat anything. And with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, that's clarity. That's knowing exactly what direction that you want to go in. So you're letting go of something that just doesn't make you happy anymore. And because you're being true to yourself and speaking so authentically, you know exactly where you're going. For some of you, maybe that's a water sign that you're going towards, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Or maybe you're just in a place, where you're taking on this energy and you're just tranquil. You're being transparent about who you are, how you feel, what you allow in your life, so that sort of thing. So I just see someone just being more authentic to themselves. Okay, so let's see why this Queen of Cups is here. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, guys, at the end of this, there's a big change coming into your life and you're really protecting yourself from something that is just no longer within... I don't want to say it's within your power, because I feel like for a lot of Tauruses, this is something that's in your power. I feel like if you wanted to have it in your life, you could keep it in your life, but you're over it. It's ran its course. You're over it. So yeah, you're just not paying attention to it anymore. With the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and I don't say this because I'm a Taurus. I say this because just after studying all the queens and what they bring to the table and what they do, I truly know that the Queen of Pentacles will endure the most. She's going to be the most patient. She's going to be the one to go through the most shit. She's going to be the one who's the most ride or die, okay? And in my opinion, this is the hardest queen, to get in its reversal, because this is a woman or a man too, it doesn't matter. But this is a person that has gone above and beyond. They know that they have done everything to try to make a situation work, and now they're bitter. They're like, wow, that was a fucking waste of time. I just gave you my all, and I didn't get anything back, in the way that it should have been. So fuck that. I'm not doing this. So it doesn't really matter, you know, what side of the spectrum you're coming in from. It's just something that no longer serves you. All right. All right. So let's see what the advice is, squad. All right, guys. What is the advice? What advice can I give to my fellow squad for this August mid-month? Six of Pentacles, Eight of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Star card. Energy, Nine of Pentacles. You guys have to take the route where you're either, for those who could be in some sort of love situation, where either you're single or you're completely self-sufficient. All right, there's going to be something coming in that you're going to have full control of, that you're really able to handle on your own. If you guys have been in a place where financially you haven't been able to take care of things completely by yourself, you're getting to that point. But it's showing that you have balance and you get everything that you're desiring once you let something go. There's something or someone that you have to cut off, something that you're over, something that is just, it's ran its course, and then something amazing comes in. You have the Page of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and you have the Sun card in the reverse. Guys, there's something new coming in for Taurus, all right? And I feel that very strongly. There's just something unfinished that you have to just close out here with the Death card in the reverse. Whatever it is that you're cutting out, it wouldn't have gone in a good direction anyway, so fuck that. Let's toss that to the side and let's focus on this. You have an unexpected blessing coming in, okay? Could be love, could be work. But whatever this is, it's something that you've really been wishing for, and it's something that's going to keep you very balanced. All right, so let's move away from whatever's not working out. Let's toss this to the side and let's go towards, you know, what's coming in. So this is very amazing, guys, very incredible. But yeah, like I said, guys, I will be coming out with your September reading soon. I'm just really excited, guys, that there's finally going to be like an ending to the personal readings. It's not that I don't love doing it. It's just, it's been so stressful. In the past few months, life has really kicked my ass, and it was just, it was hurtful to me that I couldn't mourn properly. It was hurtful to me that, you know, I knew for a fact that if I would take a day or two off, that I come back to nasty, nasty emails. And I was starting to forget why I started this channel in the first place. So anybody who's gotten a reading from me, you guys know why I'm busy. I'm very confident in what I do. I can read the fuck out of anybody. You know, I'm very confident in that. But yeah, it's time for me to let that part of my life go. There's so many other things I want to do, so many other projects I want to work on. Now I'll finally have the time for it, because I always told myself, you know, Lissette, you're not made for a 9 to 5, but I found myself at this desk 10 hours a day and still being so behind on reading. So I can't handle it anymore, guys. But till the 26th, I will be offering those readings. And again, guys, I say this from a very, very loving place, not just for me, but any reader you may ever go to. When you are reaching out to somebody, you want to make sure that they're in a good place when they're reading you. It's stuff that can't be forced. There would be days where I would want to, you know, sit down and say, okay, I'm doing 25 readings today. But let's say the third reading, I'm dealing with someone who just experienced death in their family or something. It drains me. And I literally get sick if I continue to work. So I don't want to deal with the responsibility of one-on-one readings anymore, guys. So I hope that everyone can understand that. I will always have questions available, but it's just one question options. So, you know, it's quick, bada bing, bada boom. But in regards to readings, maybe in the future, I'll bring it back. But honestly, my soul is so excited to let it go. I'm down, like, I want to travel. I want to do fun stuff. And because of all these readings, I haven't been able to do anything. So what is it to live, you know, in a much better way if you can't enjoy that? So it's time for me to enjoy life, guys. So for those of you guys who have supported me through getting personal readings in the past, thank you so much for trusting in me and for allowing me to just be part of your life, you know, in that way. I know it's a very intimate thing. For those of you who do want to get one, you have a few days to get one. But again, guys, just release it into the atmosphere, let it go. And, you know, if there's any, you know, if there's any readings or anything that you need from me, just let me know what you need. Once you get a confirmation email, just know I got it. But guys, I'm going to be working at my own pace, because last week I was literally like sick. I couldn't work for like a good few days because my body was just so overworked, and just spiritually I was just depleted. So please, whether it takes 2-3 weeks to hear from me, just be patient. Unless, you know, something is changing with your reading or you have to update me, don't email me asking me where it is, because it only slows me down. I spend about 2 hours a day just responding to people that want to know the exact day that they're going to get things. So I really just want to avoid all of that. Okay, guys? So other than that, that's it. I love you guys. Follow me on Instagram, High Vibrations 44. Check out the daily energy that I post on my story every day. But squad, I love you. Over and out. Take care.